Thank you for visiting the Lavinia World YouTube channel. My name is Monica of HeartcraftPaper, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this stunning mystical moon tag. Here are some of the Lavinia World items I'll be using today. For today's project, I will be using the Lavinia Moon Fairy. This is a beautiful image with lots of details in the wings. I love how the fairy is reaching for the stars. All in all, this is the perfect image for my project today. Next up, I will be using the 2D Design cross-stitch nesting tags. I love all the details along the edges. I'll be using the largest tag and possibly the second from the smallest. Finally, this is the champagne heart from Memory Box. I will only be using the inset die for the lovely detail. I will be linking all the items in the description below. We're now ready to start crafting. I began by die cutting my tags on white cardstock. As you can see, this has a lot of details, and I love how it looks on the cardstock. Next, I'm going to be using my stamping platform to imprint my image. I didn't want to use a black ink since I wanted to keep with the same color scheme. I decided to use picked raspberry for my color. I think this will fit the theme perfectly. This tag needs a bit of color. We're gonna bring that in by blending in Worn Lipstick Distress Oxide all around the edges. I wanted to protect my image from getting any ink smudges all over it, so I did this by utilizing a circle cut masking paper. I'm also going to use picked raspberry Distress Oxide to bring in some of that same coloring from the image. This will help keep that theme. You're probably asking yourself why I'm masking off again. This is because I wanted to use another medium. I used a stencil in order to do this. I laid it down over my tag and brought in some white gesso. You're gonna lay this out thin and evenly, making sure you get it into the grooves. Once you're done, you'll lay it out to dry. Now that the gesso is dried out, I came in with the Flutterbees images from Lavinia stamp. I felt this needed a little something more. Using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, I stamped off on white cardstock so that I would have a nice gray image. I didn't want to go too dark in my coloring. Now I found some pink crinkle binding in my stash, and I decided to use this as one of my embellishments. I adhered it to my tag utilizing double-sided tape. As you can see, I'm using a pleating motion to set that down. Now here I added a little bit more because I wanted to extend that. Time to bring in my heart die cut. I used white cardstock for this in order to contrast against all the pink. Now I also am going to bring in some flowers as well as a wire heart. I covered my heart with Wink of Stella in order to give it a little bit more shine. I felt it needed something more since it was just plain white cardstock. Wanting to draw the eye up a little bit more towards the image, I added in some pink pearl embellishments. I used the rule of 3 to add these in so that way I wouldn't over embellish my card. That means I used only 3 pearls. Be careful of burnt fingers at this point. Yes, it's time to use the hot glue gun. So utilizing a little bit of hot glue, I adhered my heart onto my pink crinkle binding. Then came the wire heart as soon as I figured out where I wanted it. In order to cover this up a little bit, I used 2 flowers of varying sizes on the lower left-hand corner. I used the larger and the medium flower. Finally, I ended up using the smallest of the flowers on the upper left-hand corner. Again, glue gun there. To finish off my project, I came back in with some Wink of Stella. I applied a little bit more to the heart and then onto the centers of my flowers. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching Lavinia World. For more videos and tutorials like these, don't forget to subscribe. If there's anything in particular that you would like to see in our videos, leave a comment. Until next time.